The unfortunate reality in business today and in coaching today is people go after results, and it's the exact opposite path to success. If you're thinking to yourself right now, oh my God, no, I can't believe he asked me to coach him, right? Your thinking is flawed. It is not on you. The spotlight should not be on you. The spotlight should be on Jason and Jason's boss, not you. You did not do this. You did not get yourself into this. They did, and they can get themselves out of it. Now, you're going to guide them, but it's not on you, and I want you to get out of that mindset because it's a dangerous mindset. It's the reason why people do not coach. They refuse to coach because they think, what if I don't succeed? Hello everyone, welcome to the Now What podcast, episode 32. My name is Glenn Sharp. I am the President and CEO of Sharp Leadership Development. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day in Cincinnati. I'm looking out my window here at 73 degrees. I hope you are enjoying the weather where you are, especially if you're in the Midwest. It's amazing in the Midwest. But let's get to it. We're making kind of a pivot here in regards to the podcast. I thought it'd be interesting for you guys to see some of the leadership development workshops that I teach and or the keynote speeches that I put on almost on a monthly basis. So this first segment, and it is one of a 4-part series, is really me in front of the Miami Valley Human Resource Association. So this is a bunch of HR professionals, and I can tell you right now, for many of them, coaching is a really, really big topic. It's something that some of them are pretty good at, but others really struggle with. And the reason why I know that is because at the University of Cincinnati, as you guys know, I teach change management at the graduate level. And many of the people in that class are getting their advanced degree in HR. And they are really struggling with coaching up, especially. And this particular keynote is on advanced coaching techniques. So they really did appreciate it, and you'll recognize that based on the questions, based on some of the audience interaction. So this first segment of 4 is going to really be changing the way you think. And if you've been following the podcast so far, you know that's a huge issue for me, really changing the way you think, getting you in the proper mindset. Then you'll change your behavior, then results will come. The unfortunate reality for people who coach, especially internal people who coach their peers, is they believe the onus is all on them. And that's the first thing that I really attack in this segment, is change the way you think, but make sure that the onus is on the person you are coaching and his or her boss. Those are the two people that are going to make things happen. And it's not unlike, for example, when my son Jonah was growing up, he became a black belt at age 10. When he learned a routine or a kata, the onus was on him and me as his dad to make sure when he was taught that particular technique by his sensei, that we took that and we practice it during the week. The onus was on us to make sure that we mastered that, so that the next time he entered the dojo, he would be ready for the next kata. And that's the reason why he got his black belt so quickly. So the same thing applies here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this first part of our 4-part series for the keynote speech, Advanced Coaching Techniques. This scenario is from one of my graduate students at the University of Cincinnati. All right, so again, she's an HRBP. She's got a pain in the butt as an executive. All right, so here's a scenario if you want to read along with me. You've got a high-level executive. We'll call him Jason. That's not his real name, but we'll call him Jason. He's been with your organization for 3 years. He's charming. Okay, he gets what he wants. He's got a very unique ability to influence others, and this is where he gets into trouble. He deflects issues that should be addressed. He exhibits a level of dismissiveness when confronting problems that can easily be confused with arrogance. It's frustrating to his staff, his peers, and supervisor, and it's time to address it. You have been asked to handle the coaching, right, by his supervisor. What are you thinking right now? Is it a 4-letter word? Kind of. Kind of? Okay. What I want from you guys is I want you guys to think differently. Okay? This is the biggest problem in coaching. Your thinking drives your behavior. Your behavior drives your results. The unfortunate reality in business today and in coaching today is people go after results, and it's the exact opposite path to success. If you're thinking to yourself right now, oh my God, no, I can't believe he asked me to coach him, right? Your thinking is flawed. It is not on you. The spotlight should not be on you. The spotlight should be on Jason and Jason's boss, not you. You did not do this. You did not get yourself into this. They did, and they can get themselves out of it. Now, you're going to guide them, but it's not on you, and I want you to get out of that mindset because it's a dangerous mindset. It's the reason why people do not coach. They refuse to coach because they think, what if I don't succeed? This is something I teach in my change management class at the University of Cincinnati. It is the key to coaching. So if you remember anything from our time today, remember this, and here's how it works. Right? The green line versus the red line. That's how I'm going to refer to it. Right? So you do the effort up front. Right? And even though it takes time and effort to do the effort up front, right? Look at the amount of effort it takes to get to the same level of implementation. Versus, hey, let's just wing it. Let's not put any time and effort in up front. Let's just meet with Jason and see how it goes. Right? Good luck with that. I can't tell you how many coaches do that. Right? And it wound up being an absolute train wreck. I've had people in coaching that it was a last-minute type of deal. They're like, why am I here? Right? Already, it's going to turn into a train wreck. Right? So what do I mean by this? Well, you see a little picture. Let's just pretend that's Jason's boss. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to let Jason know you and I need to meet. Okay? I need to meet with you. I want to know what you want out of this. 6 months from now, if the coaching session is successful, or coaching sessions are successful, what does success look like? And be explicit. I don't want to hear, I want him to communicate better, or I want him to be a better employee, right? That is ridiculous. Explicitly, what do you want, right? Then I let him know the following. You need to meet with Jason. Okay, not me. You need to meet with Jason, and you need to be explicit about what your expectations are and why you hired a professional coach, or why you hired someone to coach, or why you having someone who does not have much time, like you guys, spend time coaching him, right? The key to this is to make sure that him and his boss are the ones communicating. So what I say to his boss is, don't ever ask me what Jason says in the coaching room. I will not tell you. I tell Jason, I'm going to tell Jason, this is Las Vegas, and whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. My offer to Jason is I am an anonymous sounding board for you, right? And I will not tell anyone. Now, I'll certainly tell his boss whether he is cooperative, if he's changing his behavior, right? If he's actually, looks like he's into it and everything else. But him and his boss need to be the one that determine whether or not the coaching is taking hold. Does that make sense to everyone in this room? How many people you think do this, though, if you're honest? Go to these kind of steps, the green line, in order to make the process go smooth. It happens very rarely. And that's what I'm talking about right there. You don't set yourself up for success. I'm not the person that determines his success. He is. Okay? And him and his boss and I need to be on the same page, but him and his boss need to be on the same page as well. Take the onus off of your shoulders. I want you to imagine shoulder pads. Take the shoulder pads off of you and place it onto Jason. The shoulder pads represent accountability. It's his job to actually carry that load, not yours. And that's the thinking that has to be changed in order for you to be successful. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed part one of our 4-part series on my keynote with the Miami Valley HRA. If you haven't already, please pick up my book, Now What? If you haven't noticed, that's the name of the podcast. But this is a journey between me and a character named Johnny. Johnny is an actual real client of mine. I just changed his name to kind of protect him. But he is an unbelievable mechanic, and because he's such a great mechanic, they made him manager of mechanics. now what? So it's a journey for 4 months of me coaching him and teaching him advanced techniques on how to be a manager of people. I think it will be unbelievably helpful to you, especially if you have an aspiring manager or someone who is struggling with management. I think it would be a great way to get them on a level playing field and really get things going. So in our next episode, episode 33, we're going to visit part 2 of the keynote speech with Miami Valley HRA. This is going to dive into really setting up a training plan and the importance of doing the work up front. And this would really entail talking to the coachee, laying out expectations, but also even prior to that, meeting with his or her boss and going over expectations moving forward. And you will really see some really cool interaction with the audience, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching the podcast. Good luck in your leadership and development journey, and I will see you for episode 33.